So I figured it'd be cool to do a 24-hour check-in with you guys, so you can see how things have progressed. The Yellow Jackets out here by the gazebo have decided that they are not going to use my powder tunnel anymore, and they have moved slightly over. So when I come out here tonight to do the 48-hour powdering, I'm going to hit this new tunnel. Let's take a look. That is the tunnel where I had sprayed last, and now they are just a little bit to the left of that. And one dude just flew out, so I know where to go. So let's just take a second, and it's like right in here. Yep, there's a guy showing up, and in he went. So that's the new hole. I'm going to powder that up before this evening. Well, I'll do it this evening. So that'll be fun, but I would like to be able to work on my gazebo this weekend without having to worry about bees. Or in this case, wasps, because it's Yellow Jackets. Yep. Okay, so, new target. I'll be back here tonight, boys. Alright, so let's take a look at what's happening at the front door, because they're still active here. We'll look at the situation in the basement in a little bit. So, flip this around, and there we are. So, still plenty of action happening out here. There's at least 3 or 4. One dude's down there in the powder right now. Actually, there's 3 or 4 of them that are doing a little death crawl down there. And they're still coming in their little entrance hole right there. That's the most popular area for them to come in and out, like I showed you last time. I think it's getting a little too close, and I'm not in a bee suit, so I can take the hint. The good thing about most of these guys is you typically get a warning before they light you up. So if they start buzzing close to you or bumping into you, it's time to go. As you can see, no bee suit, right? Didn't really feel the need to do that right now. Okay, so let's go head down to the basement and see what has transpired. It is, sorry for covering that up. It's 2:30 in the afternoon here, so we're at, what is that going to end up being? Like a day and a half, maybe a little bit more since I did the insecticide powder. So the full 48 hours be at 10 p.m. So let's take a look at what the nerve agent has done. Alright, so here I am headed down into the basement, and you'll see that I'm down here without a bee suit, and there's a reason for that, and it's because I don't feel as threatened as I did last time. So like I said, usually if you're chill around the bees, they're cool, but when there's a ton of them, then I'm definitely not a fan, right? I'll put that damn bee suit on. Alright, so this is our result. Every one of those little black specks is pretty much a corpse. So maybe I should do like a side-by-side, but I probably won't do that much editing. So if you saw the first one, you'll know that there was probably a good bit down here. And so there's all that. And then back in that corner, which is below the window, there's a guy crawling around on the window up there now. Actually, there's 2 of them. Three in the window, but I put powder at the base of that, so if they fall down in there or walk on the sill, they'll get blasted. Same little corpse line from before with the. I'm vacuuming in here after all this stuff is all said and done, because there's no point vacuuming more than once. I might weigh them and then see, try to get a number on them by weighing them, because I can just dump the canister out of the vacuum cleaner and then take a look. So this is now the graveyard, essentially. We have a few that are doing the little death crawl. Yeah, so there's 3 of them right now. They're kind of twitching around. So this stuff is a nerve agent, essentially. It messes up their nervous system, and it causes paralysis in their muscles. And then eventually they croak off and die. So, pretty interesting way to go. And so that's the status. We did have some interesting side effects, or not really side effect. We've already seen the side effect of them spreading out. Yeah, what we didn't account for or think was going to happen. As you can see, I got my vacuum cleaner ready to go. Little dustbuster guy. I'm just going to be like, and suck all these bodies up. But so it's a given at this point that they're in the void space by the tower wall, and they're also in the darkness. They're also in the ceiling because they get up in the light. I heard them pinging around in the light bulb socket area. So it's only a matter of time. So they actually came up into the dining room and a little bit of my tower space yesterday. So let me show you. This is the dining room floor, and right there is about 5 corpses. And I think the way that they came up here was through the baseboard heat. I think that whatever hole was drilled and the pipe ran, there was probably enough of a gap that they could come through there. So that was a surprise. I pretty much just told Jen, like, keep your shoes on and, you know, be vigilant because they're going everywhere. The other place that's a hot spot for wasp, even when you'll see if I aim this way up there, all that spray foam insulation, I had to go all the way around the top of this tower because that's how all the wasps were getting in. And bats, which that's another story for another day. But these windows here and there are pretty much where a lot of the wasps like to think that they can get back outside, so they'll sit in there. So we had a few that are right up there, and you know, just take them out with the Dawn soap mixture I was telling you about. So that's how that goes. And if you're wondering what that canister looks like I said, just 1 part Dawn, 3 parts water. Put it in a spray bottle. These guys are like a few bucks at Lowe's. I think it's where I got these from. They have incredible range, so you can just like go to town. It's great. So any of the intruders that showed up here in the house, even though they still were, you know, suffering from some form of paralysis, not total paralysis because they're still able to get around, we just nuked them with the Dawn soap spray and called it good. So that's the update. I'm gonna repowder tonight, and we'll see how that goes. And then over by the gazebo, my ground ones, I'll hit up that new little tunnel that they're working out of. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So it's been a fun journey. Someone left a comment of, you know, you're like cool, calm, and collected when you're like talking about this. And, you know, there's just been some craziness with this house. I mean, don't get me wrong. The fact that I'm doing a video on this is telling you that it's pretty impressive on the crazy scale anyway. But it's not the craziest. I think having large brown bats flying around in your house on more than one occasion was the craziest. That and the black bear just cruising through the yard twice and eating some apples. That was pretty cool. And yesterday, a hawk came down, and I did not know that hawks could go after other birds. I was just watching these 2 brown birds in my yard. I don't know what they are. I took pictures of them earlier to figure out what they were. I still don't know what they are yet. But I'm sitting there looking at them, and this hawk came down and just landed on the one bird. His mate, or her mate, took off, and that hawk sat there and shredded that dude. Just the feathers were flying everywhere, and the hawk would look around to make sure nothing was going to get it, and it was dope. It was like this. It's like the Discovery Channel over here, like National Geographic. You know, like you look out the window, and you just never know. Turkey went by the other day. I got a lot of pictures of her, and yeah. So you just never know. I mean, I'm right on the forest tree line, you know, just 25 yards out my back door is, shoot, I'll just show you. Right outside here that is the tree line, and that goes right back to the Allegheny. So I get all the critters and all the things, and it's been fun. So yeah, I'll be back with another update later. Peace out. Have a good day.